Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tyler McNabb, and this is the engine out of my Honda 400EX. So in today's video, as you guys know, I am currently in the process of doing a winter rebuild on the 400, and so today I am going to go ahead and get this engine all cleaned up. As you can see, it is nice and dirty still from where it came out of the quad. And so my goal today is to kind of transform this engine and get it looking good again. So, you know, it's not going to look factory brand new, but I would like to get it to where you can tell a noticeable difference and it'll look pretty good. So, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I'm not going to tear the engine down or anything. I just had it torn down kind of at the beginning. Well, it wasn't the beginning of this year. No, it was middle of last year. So... but I mean, I really haven't put that much time on it, and if you know these 400s, they're pretty hardy. So I'm not gonna go ahead and tear it down or anything. I'm just gonna leave it how it is. It's a good running engine. It doesn't burn oil or anything like that. So I know it's still in pretty good shape. So maybe about mid-season this next year, I may tear it down and just put a top end in it, make sure it's good and ready to go. But anyway. So keeping the engine together, but I want to get it nice and cleaned up. And so I went ahead and I got all the holes I could find plugged. We got this one on top. I got a 1-inch steel cap from the hardware store and shoved that in the intake boot. Got this guy plugged back here. I found some big rubber plugs to put in the exhaust ports. And then also down here, we've got the oil inlet and outlet to the oil pump. So got all of those holes plugged that I could find on the engine, just to make sure we don't get anything that we don't want in the engine. So the oil and everything's drained out of it, but you know, you definitely don't want water floating around on the inside of this while it's sitting around waiting to go back in the quad. So I tried to seal it up as best I could, and then I'm gonna go outside. Fortunately, it is raining today, so sorry if my footage isn't the best, but basically my plan is I've got this stuff, this Zep Industrial Purple Cleaner and Degreaser Concentrate, and we've used this stuff before on a couple of different things, so I figured I'd go ahead and just spray it on there to get a lot of the dirt and grime and all that stuff off. So I'll probably take it outside, spray the engine down, just kind of get it covered. Let it soak for 3 to 5 minutes and then come out and go ahead and spray it down. And my main goal right now is just to try to get the all the heavy dirt and mud and grease and all that stuff off. And then hopefully I'll go drop it in my new parts washer. We got this guy here. I just got this thing up and going the other day. The pump in it went bad, so I put a new pump in it and got it going. So anyway, I'll put it in there and then try to get this engine nice and scrubbed and hopefully looking pretty good to match all the beautiful new powder coated frame and A-arms and all that stuff. All that stuff is currently at the powder coater right now, so hopefully I'll be getting it back probably a week or so from the time I'm making this video. So hopefully maybe the next video after this one or 2 videos after, not sure. I'll be getting that stuff back from the powder coater and we can begin reassembling this engine. So not sure exactly how long all this is gonna take or how much footage I'm gonna get or the quality footage I'm gonna get, because it is raining outside. So sorry in advance if the footage is pretty crappy, but I'm gonna at least get the engine cleaned up today and then maybe do some other parts as well. So I'll quit my yapping here and let's just go ahead and get into the video. So here we go. Okay guys, well, got the old engine cleaned up a little bit. You can probably tell, especially the top. I got the top really nice and clean. The rest of it, you know, it's hard. It's really hard, especially like the cylinder head, and then kind of back here by the starter and stuff, to really get that super clean. But like the back of the engine, these flat spots I got pretty clean. This side's not looking too bad, and a lot of this stuff that looks like dirt, it's actually just like what am I saying, like the existing factory coating on these cases coming off, so not much I can do about that, but got as much of it cleaned up as I could. And you know, if I really wanted to get this thing like super clean, then I would probably just go ahead and really the only way to get it super clean is tear it down. And then what I'd love to get at some point, but probably won't get anytime soon because they're expensive, so I would have to send these out, would be vapor blasting. So it's very similar to sand blasting, but instead of just sand, there's also water. So you're spraying water and abrasive media at the same time, so it's less aggressive, but it cleans up super nice. And so that's what a lot of people do. And if I was actually tearing this engine down this winter, then that's probably what I would have done to get this engine looking really good. But like you've seen, I'm just kind of doing this just to make sure it doesn't look, you know, too gross when I go and I put it back together in the frame and everything. So got all that kind of cleaned up. I cleaned up a couple other parts. I cleaned up my hubs a little bit, and then the rear brake rotor and the rear rotor guard. And then here's some other stuff that I cleaned up a couple days ago. I don't think I filmed any of that, but like the gas tank, the rear shock, airbox, the heat shield, my stabilizer, battery box, and then I also wiped down the the wiring harness. I don't know why I'm blanking. Wiped down the wiring harness, cleaned up my fan a little bit, and then I also sprayed out the oil cooler, and because it was like packed full of mud. But then I actually decided to just go ahead and order a new one because this one does have some fins bent and stuff on it. So I figured, you know what, might as well order one. They're not too expensive, only like $76 for a new one from Honda. So I was like, that's really not that bad considering a lot of Honda stuff is super expensive. But also I kind of wanted to talk about the old parts washer. This thing is coming in handy, working nice and well. So yeah, I got that new pump in there, so this thing is working flawlessly. Flip the switch, and here we are. We have fluid flowing, so works pretty good. And then I also just recently I went on Amazon and bought a couple things. One thing that came in handy was this brush that you put on the end of a drill. It's like a I forget what it is, if it's nylon or it's like some type of plastic brush. So it's like a wire brush, but it's not quite as abrasive. I got that. And then I got a bunch of these handy brushes. So like this one has brass bristles, and then this one has like nylon bristles, and then I got some like Scotch-Brite pads and sponges. And then I also got a couple other things. I got these guys, actually. They are used to clean test tubes, but they're just like some brushes that I can use for stuff that's like anything that's, you know, like a tube shape and that I can't get a full-size brush in or something. So I got those. Those came in a little bit handy. And then I also, one other thing, let's see, where did I do with them? I think they're over here. Yeah, here they are. These go in either the end of a drill, or you can even put them in like an impact. And these are wire. These are actually wire brushes, so they're a little bit more abrasive, but it's got the little 1/4-inch chuck that you put in your drill, and then you can spin those to clean anything up. So got that stuff. And that really helps. And then I also got, I got this brush, this flow-through brush on Amazon, and it just goes on the end of the tube that usually comes with it, because usually this sprays out just like a nozzle. And so I got me a flow-through brush. And then yeah, so this thing is ready to go, and definitely helped in cleaning up the parts, because otherwise I would have to be outside scrubbing them with soap and water and a hose. And it's currently, when I'm filming this today, the high today is like 29 or 30, so that's not really an option, because the last thing we need is hose freezing up or something. And then yeah, so don't want to mess with that, with the freezing temperatures. The plan is to eventually get like a water heater out here, so we can do stuff like that, so we can have some heated water for the winter. But otherwise, just the old parts washer works pretty good, and it gets the old mud and grease and all that stuff off really well. So I'll leave some links down below in the description of some of the stuff that I bought, and maybe just some other stuff that I'd recommend if you're ever cleaning up stuff. Yeah, like a lot of this stuff you don't need just for a parts washer. I mean, a lot of this stuff is handy just for cleaning. So I'll put some links down in the description where you can get these online, probably just from Amazon. That's where I got most of it. So check those out if you want to get some of these tools as well. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the video series. The last couple videos haven't been the most exciting. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of waiting to get stuff back before I can really start putting stuff back together. So I've just basically been cleaning stuff the last couple videos. Hopefully the next video I'll get into, I can pick up my stuff from the powder coaters, and hopefully we can get to putting this thing back together. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. Stick around to see the full, I guess, resurrection of the 400, and see if we can get it ready for this coming race season. So I want to thank you guys for coming and watching. I appreciate it. Without you guys, it wouldn't be any use in making these videos and all that stuff. So yeah, I just really appreciate you guys coming and watching. And so thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.